everyone, and welcome back to another day with Money, Finance, Freedom, your ticket to financial freedom. Today, we're going to be talking about none other than the CCIV Lucid Motors merger. It has finally happened, everyone, and I want to say I told you so, but guess what? So did everybody else. We've been talking about this for weeks, if not months, about how this merger was going to happen. Now, we've seen plenty of headlines come out. We've seen the CEO go on the news. We've seen Michael Klein's name everywhere. And it has finally happened, people. We had an announcement at about 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today that Tesla rival Lucid Motors to go public in $11.8 billion blank check merger. There it was. We finally got that announcement. Now, there are plenty of headlines on this all at the same time. All news agencies were reporting on this. Financial institutions wanted to get a piece of it. We saw a lot of different numbers thrown out there about what the exact valuation is, but we do know for certain that the merger is happening. That's the important news. Now, to get into the details a little bit more, we understand that Lucid Motors and Churchill announced Monday afternoon, which was yesterday, that they're going to value it at 11.75. So again, there's a few numbers out there, but we believe this is the number that they're going with. The private investment deal is $15 a share, which implies the valuation of the company at $24 billion. The private investment in a public equity deal, also known as a PIPE, and cash from Churchill will provide roughly $4.4 billion. So Michael Klein actually did need to do a little bit of pulling together of funds, even towards the end of all of this, to get enough cash to make this merger happen. He needed to put himself in not only a good position, but a great position for this to happen because of how much growth this stock, how much growth CCIV had before the merger even happened. Remember, CCIV was growing off of the back of Lucid Motors without actually having any financial ties to it. So this is going to be really tough on Michael Klein if it failed. And that's why put together a lot of money, put together a lot of time, and made sure that this deal went through at a good evaluation. So that's where we started off with on all this. We started out with some great news after the market closed. The stock was doing really, really well, trading in at about 60 or high 50s, about $57 a share. We're going to zoom in on our chart here just to give you a quick glimpse because we're going to get into the tail end of this chart in a second here. But we notice as the market closed, we had a pretty flat trading day, not too much volatility, which is what we want to see. We're going to see right here that our stock market, we opened around the low 60s and we closed in the high 50s. And this is what we've been seeing for the last few days. People decided this is kind of that threshold. This is where we want to stick around. But right after the market closed, we had even bigger news because not only did the merger happen, but new headlines came out hours, even less, minutes later about how the stock was plunging. This stock nearly cut in half. Now, it cut about 25 to 30% at most. We saw this stock hit a high of 62 and a low of 38 in after hours trading. Now, there's a lot of theories going around about this, but we're going to see a couple headlines pop up as well. We see Lucid Motors finally confirm SPAC deal and the stock is plunging. So again, they even tied the two headings together. The deal happened and now we're plunging. What's going on? The deal with CCIV, we know, includes $2.5 billion from Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. So we know that there was initial backing in this company from other private equities. But what we want to understand is why did we take this dive along with not only Saudi Arabia backing this, CCIV merger coming through, plant being built, plans executed. Why are we diving? And there's a few reasons here. The first reason is that there are institutional holders in this company that are looking to get out of their investment based on a theory that is, buy the rumor, sell the news. The idea behind this is is as the rumor is attractive, you're going to slowly start building up a stock every time a new headline comes out. If we look over, the last 20 odd days, we're going to notice that. I'll actually take us out to 180 days here. We're going to notice that every time we see this bump up effect from headlines, rumors, and being in the news, as this happens, you're buying the rumor. You're buying each little dip in the company because you say, oh, it's a good point to buy. Down here is a lot better than where it was. And then down here is a lot better than where it was. And down here is a lot better than where it was. So again, we're buying these little dips based off of rumors that we heard. And we make profits off these long green candles. So here we see green candles to make money off of. If we zoom out again, we're going to see a lot of these green candles where we're making money. And that's how the stock grows over time. So we bought the rumors, sold the news. But that's not what I did. Why? I'm in this for the long term, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. What institutions are able to do is they're able to go in with large amounts of money, pre-merger, buy the rumor, and sell a lot of the news. Now, with the amount of institutional holders we had, we understand that not everybody sold their position in Lucid. That is absolutely not what happened. But they're able to manipulate the market a little. They're able to push this stock down. And what's going to happen tomorrow, or my prediction of what's going to happen tomorrow, is we're going to either see a dip bump or a bump dip. Basically, we're going to see something charted out as follows. So if we look, we're going to zoom in here. This is my prediction for tomorrow. As the market opens, let's say it opens right around this $40 mark. Now, a lot can still happen, so we'll see. Let's say it bumps right in here. We're either going to see a sharp decrease in value, so jumping us down here, maybe into the mid to low 30s, a dramatic spike back up with another one of these green candles layered over layer. We're going to jump back up into the 60s. I could even see it going into the 70s with some crazy trading tomorrow, high volumes that we haven't seen before. And then finally, another dive right back into this medium range. And this is what we want to see. We want to see it level off around here. So we're either going to see it dip and then pop a little bit, or we're going to see the opposite. We're going to see it pop, dip, and then level back out again. And this is what I want to see from a company that's going for the long term. We're going to notice a lot of institutions, a lot of people getting in on these headlines. They're chasing headlines, either selling or buying right away. They're either buying the merger news or they're selling this 25% decrease. So this is what you can expect to see tomorrow. Now, call it diamond hands or call just, believing in a company. Hold on to your shares if you believe that Lucid Motors is going for the long-term run. Now, we understand that it is already in talks of being the next Tesla. Now, they're going to say that they're not the next Tesla. They're more luxurious. They're competing with brands like BMW, Mercedes, Audi, so on and so forth, just in the electric vehicle space. But again, they truly are trying to be a competitor with Tesla. Who doesn't want to be the next Tesla? Multi-billion-dollar corporation. That's what they're aiming for. They're already not quite halfway there, but they've already got that $24 billion valuation. So they're headed down the right track, and this is what we want to see. Now, guys, I'm ready to see this stock go all over the place tomorrow and the next few days, but it's going to balance out. And once they start hitting their projections, we see that in 2022, they want to sell 20,000 vehicles. And by 2026, they just want to sell 251,000 vehicles, or at least produce them in their factory. They're going to be coming out with different models of their sedan, and they're also going to be coming out with different vehicles. They're going to be coming out with like a sports crossover vehicle, which we've talked about in our previous videos, which is their Lucid Gravity, similar, like I said, to a Jeep Range Rover type of crossover vehicle. We'll see how that performs as an electric rugged vehicle. But again, this is not financial advice, guys. This is primarily my opinion. I want you to go do your own research, look at these headlines, and then also track what other SPACs have done in the past. We've seen Nikola, Fisker, we've seen NIO, a lot of other EV companies, not necessarily a SPAC there with NIO, but how they've performed over time. If we look at a lot of the IPO type SPAC companies, the kind of dip, pop, settle, and then grow pattern we're looking for. Look at that over the next few months. Try and close your eyes to the charts over the next few days to weeks. It might not be pretty, but again, if you're looking at this company in the long term, we're looking at $100, $200 price target to get our money out of it. We're not looking for the quick returns over the next few days here because it might not be pretty. That's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. I'll be putting out more videos just like this one, probably even more Lucid Motors material, but we're going to be talking a little bit about Bitcoin, dividend investments, and long-term investments. So again, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think of the video. Hope you guys have a nice day.